Hey everyone! We are 4 weeks and 4 days pregnant and we are so excited. It still hasn't really sunk in yet because obviously I don't have a baby bump going on, but my husband and I, when we're hanging out at home, just sometimes will randomly yell out like, "We're having a baby!" and we get so excited. It's awesome. It's such a fun time. So I just wanted to talk about these first couple weeks in this early pregnancy and the things that I am doing to try and maintain a healthy pregnancy, especially in this beginning time when there's so much development going on. And two, as a mom and as a pregnant mom, there's so much uncertainty of, how is that baby doing? Is the heart going to be beating when we get to that point? Is it going to be a pregnancy that remains viable, and all of that kind of stuff that's going on. So we'll talk about what I'm doing first, and then also just kind of the few initial symptoms that I feel like I'm having. So first, I am maintaining the same exercise regimen that I had in place before, which is not at all intense. But it is keeping me healthy, I feel, and keeping me moving and in shape, and I will probably maintain it throughout most of the pregnancy. And all I really do is walk with my daughter in a stroller between 2 and 5 to 6 miles a day. And usually it's not all at once, usually it's spread out morning and evening. And that's just something that I've been doing for most of the summer, so I feel comfortable continuing to do it. I feel like my body is definitely used to it. It's not strenuous on my body. It's not adding extra strain or pressure. My body's used to it, and I'm comfortable doing it. It's a low-key type of exercise regimen and working out that it's totally fine to continue doing. So I do that. I have increased my water intake. This is something that I never did with Sophia. When I was pregnant with her, I was horrible with the amount of water that I drank. And so now I drink multiple water bottles full a day, just because I feel like, water, luckily I was able to have the birth that I wanted to, and I had a great pregnancy, but I feel like, water, just really helps so much, not just with the pregnancy, with your bodies and functioning and all of that. So increasing the water. Thirdly, I would say I am eating healthier than I've ever eaten before, just really being conscious of what I'm eating, not only portion sizes, what those portions consist of. So, for example, I always make sure I have protein in my diet. Foods that contain iron, because in my last pregnancy with Sophia, I did have borderline anemia. I did have to take some iron pills, which I hated because they made me sick. So I'm really trying to eat foods that are rich in iron. And then also, the other thing to look out for is foods that have folic acid in them, because that's really good for the initial growth of your child. And so those are kind of the 3 things that I'm looking out for, trying to consume most of my portion having those types of foods in them, and then also the fruits and vegetables, and just generally eating as healthy as I can at this point. And it's funny because I've actually lost 2 pounds now that I've changed my diet, so I think it's crazy how that is happening. But I'm eating enough and I'm satisfied, and I'm not on a diet. It's just because I'm eating so much healthier and probably drinking the water and continuing to exercise, that is just a good change for my body. So I'm just getting all around healthier. So those are the main things that I've been doing. Also trying to get as much sleep as I can. If my daughter is sleeping and I'm feeling particularly tired that day, I will lay down at the same time that she's sleeping, or at nights just trying to go to bed at a reasonable time, and just different things like that, because I know sleep is really important, not only for me and for my energy level, but also for the growing baby inside of me. And I think, and no caffeine, because I am a caffeine addict. Not caffeine, but coffee. I love my coffee, but I haven't really been having any. If anything, maybe 4 ounces, half of a cup a day, is all that I'll have of regular coffee. I might do a cup of decaf, but I don't really like the taste of it. So I talked to the midwife that we are going to have as our main doctor, or as the one delivering the baby, and she said, tea is good. She gave me a few herbs to stay away from, but she said other than that, as long as it's decaf or non-caffeinated, it's totally fine to drink. So I try to replace it with tea, or I'll just like warm up a little bit of milk, you know, because sometimes I just want something warm to drink, especially on a cool fall day. So I have been cutting out all coffee and caffeine, which last time when I was pregnant with Sophia, I had a strong aversion to coffee, probably starting around 6 weeks. And obviously I'm only just over 4 weeks, so that hasn't really started yet. I don't know if it's going to. I kind of hope it does though, because then it won't even be like a temptation or a desire for me to have. So those are the things that have changed in my life since finding out that we've been pregnant, or the things that I'm continuing to do with my health and with my body now that we are pregnant. Oh, also taking a daily vitamin. I can't take the swallowable, like the big pills. I've tried them even when I'm not pregnant. For some reason, I will throw up within a half hour of taking them. I don't know why. I can drink them with a huge glass of water, a small glass of water. I've tried everything, with food, without food. I always throw up like within a half hour to an hour after taking them. So when I was pregnant with Sophia, my midwife then said that I could just take the adult chewy vitamins that they have, and so I take 2 of those a day as well, and they have a lot of vitamin D, they have the folic acid, I don't know what else they have in them, but they have pretty much all of what your prenatal vitamins have for the most part. Maybe a little bit less of some of the things, but it's really quite comparable. So if you have a problem taking vitamins, take chewy adult vitamins. It's a good alternative for you, so you're at least getting some of those vitamins in your body and in your system. That is kind of what's been going on with my health and with my body and with me since becoming pregnant, and even before then. And then symptom wise, I had some, if you watch my other video where I talk about the early symptoms, and I'll link to that here and also in the comment box below, I did have some nausea early on, and I haven't really felt that lately, so I never got sick before with my first pregnancy, so I'm really hoping that I don't with this one either. So that has kind of tapered off. Thankfully, and it wasn't even that bad, because I know some people get really sick really bad, so it wasn't even that bad. I have been tired today. I'm really tired. Some of that's because I got up earlier today, but I also went to bed early last night, so yeah, just more tired, not exhausted, not as tired as I was. I think last time I got really tired and exhausted between like 6 and 8 weeks. So I'm not there yet, but definitely feeling more tired, especially now, middle of the day, and then again at night, early evening, starting to feel really tired. And then, so nausea's gone, feeling tired, some mood swings, but they're not super intense, but just, you know, there's certain times where all of a sudden like something will just come over me and I'll just feel really like anxious or frustrated inside, and it's just really weird. But that happens every now and then, but it hasn't really been that bad. And then probably the main one that's been kind of ongoing is just the cramping, and not even really cramping, just kind of like the pressure down in my uterus area has been there. It's not hurt, it's not been super noticeable, but it's definitely there, and it's definitely, you know, if I think about it, then yeah, then I can notice it. And then sometimes too, it's more noticeable than other times, but I would say that would be the main one that's kind of been ongoing during this whole time. But I would say this week it's been a pretty calm week symptom wise, thankfully, since we're only like 4 weeks in. I'm glad that it's not super intense already. And then yeah, that is it for our 4-week update. I don't know if I'll update every week, because I feel like not a lot of stuff is going to change in the beginning, but if I do have something to update on, I will make sure to let you all know. Please subscribe to stay up to date on our pregnancy journey and to get continued pregnancy updates and vlogs and where we're at and the different things that we're maybe buying or doing, or how we're preparing for this second baby. And if you yourself do videos, please leave a comment below so that I can come check out your channel and just follow you on your journey, whatever it may be as well. And I hope you all have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye guys!